Hi guys, I hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to be discussing, in fact, we're going to be continuing our discussion from the previous video where we discussed utility, the basics of utility, what is total utility, what is marginal utility, and we also studied what is the law of diminishing marginal utility. Now in this video, we're going to be drawing the graphs of total utility and marginal utility, and we're going to see how we can, plot the concept of marginal utility and the total utility on a, or through a diagram, I should say. So stay tuned and watch the video till the end. Now guys, what I've done here is that I have just made a table. The first column shows the number of units. Let's say the number of units of, let's say, chocolates. And this shows the total utility, right, for consuming each additional chocolate. And then this shows the marginal utility or the additional utility from consuming the additional chocolates. By the way, if you guys, since this is video 2, so you guys must first check out the video 1 on the utility playlist. Okay guys, so basically let's say that if you're consuming 0 chocolates, that is 0 units, we're not consuming anything basically. So obviously we won't get any utility, neither we would get any total utility because we're not consuming anything, neither any additional utility, right? So guys, the first chocolate gives us a utility of 5 utils, right? And the marginal utility of 5 utils as well. By the way, since right now, on what basis are we measuring utility? Let's say, what am I trying to say that it gives us a utility of 5. So we are attaching an imaginary number that is utils, right? We're measuring utility in utils. Utils is just an imaginary number to give a unit to the, or you can say a measurement criteria to the amount of utility, be it total or marginal, that we are actually measuring. So later on in my coming videos, you will be seeing that I'm going to be measuring utility basically in terms of the value the consumer is placing on a particular good, or you can say the price the consumer is willing to pay for a particular unit. So in those terms, I'm going to be measuring the utility in my later videos, and we'll see to that, we'll come to that, don't worry, be patient, okay? So right now we're measuring utility in utils. So the first unit of chocolate gives me a utility of 5 utils and you can say 5 utils of marginal utility. And the second unit, right, gives me a total utility of, by the way, 2 units gives me a total utility of 9, and the second unit gives me a marginal utility of 4. The third unit gives me a marginal utility of 3, and the 3 units combined gives me a total utility of 12, and so on and so forth. And the sixth unit gives me a marginal utility of 0, that is nothing gained from the consumption of 6 unit, and the total utility from consuming 6 units is 15. And the 7th unit gives me a disutility or a dissatisfaction. Maybe I just start hating chocolates, or I don't know, something goes wrong with my health by consuming the 7th chocolate. It's basically dissatisfaction, a negative utility, a negative marginal utility from the consumption of 7 chocolates. And in total, after consuming 7 chocolates in total, I've gained a total utility of 14 utils, right? Now, again, we can see that the marginal utility is following. That follows the concept of diminishing marginal utility, and the total utility is rising. So guys, if we look at the column, we can see that as we're consuming more units, the total utility is rising, right? Initially, it's basically rising until the 7th unit. On the consumption of the 7th unit, it falls because the marginal utility falls by -1. So total utility also goes down from 15 to 14. So, but we can see that initially up till the 6th unit, the total utility is rising, which means that as you consume more, your total utility will rise. But we can see that it is increasing, but it is increasing at a decreasing rate. Now, what do you mean by this? What we mean is that since marginal utility is falling, since each additional unit is giving me less and less of the satisfaction, or you can say that each additional utility is giving me lesser satisfaction than the previous unit was giving me. So, although yes, my total utility is rising, I'm enjoying more and more chocolates, but the level of enjoyment is declining as more and more chocolates are consumed, because each additional chocolate is not giving me that much satisfaction as the previous chocolate was giving me, right? Which is again showing us the concept of diminishing utility. So total utility is increasing but at a decreasing rate. So guys, ignore my handwriting. So total utility is increasing at a decreasing rate, right? Because you can see that initially the total utility was 5, then it jumps to 9, right? So the marginal utility was 5, total utility was 5, then the total utility increases to 9. So from the face of the column, it's telling us that yes, total utility is rising, but then the rate of increase is basically falling. So here you can see that the rate of the total utility, or you can say the slope at which, or the rate at which the total utility is rising, is actually falling. Because initially the utility was rising by 5, then it rises by 4, then it rises by 3, and then by 2, and then by 1. And by the way, this is just the marginal utility as well, right? Because the slope of total utility, that is another conclusion, that the slope of total utility is basically the marginal utility, because the marginal utility is measuring the slope of the total utility. Now, how do we calculate the slope? We'll see that from the diagram, but we know that the slope is always calculated by change in y over change in x. That is how much there has been a change in the y-axis divided by the change in the x-axis, whatever the slope is representing, or whatever we are measuring on the x and the y-axis subsequently. Now, guys, so basically total utility is telling us the slope, and the slope is basically equal to the marginal utility. So marginal utility is basically the slope of the total utility. If we try to judge it in terms of judging it from the graph, right? But marginal utility is basically the additional utility gained from consuming an additional unit, and we have already seen that in the previous video as well. So guys, clear up till now? If anything is not clear, you guys can comment me, or you can just DM me on Instagram and answer your queries. Don't worry. Now coming to the diagram. Okay, now let's jump to the diagram. Okay guys, now coming to the diagram, I've drawn the graph and I'll explain what it means. So the first graph is telling me the graph of total utility. You can see it's a curve, and on the y-axis I have measured total utility, and on the x-axis I am basically measuring the units. So we can see that as I'm consuming more and more units on the x-axis, since I'm measuring the units, my total utility is basically increasing, right? And it is increasing till it reaches this point. This is where the total utility is basically, you can say, the maximum, right? Over here, 15. 15 is my maximum utility on the consumption of 6 units, right? And after the 6th unit, that is on the consumption of the 7th unit, my total utility starts to fall. So total utility we can see is increasing. It will basically start from the origin. Why? Because at 0 units there is 0 total utility, so the graph has to start from the origin, and then it basically increases, and then a point comes where the total utility graph will be a bit flat between the 5th and the 6th unit, because obviously the total utility is the same on the 5th unit and the 6th unit. So it will be, like this, will go like this, and then it will be a bit of flat region, because this will show that the 5th unit is getting the same total utility and the 6th unit is also getting the same total utility, right? 5th and the 6th units are basically getting a total utility of 15. We can see that, okay? So that is why this will be drawn a bit flatter. And then after the 6th unit, the total utility starts to fall, and we can see that, the total utility graph is going down, it's falling, and you can simply see that. So guys, this is basically, you can say, so guys, this is basically the total utility diagram. Now the marginal utility diagram that is below this diagram is telling us the slope of total utility, because marginal utility is actually measuring the slope of the total utility curve, right? And I'll come to that point as well. But you can see that the marginal utility curve is telling us it's basically a downward sloping curve. It's telling us that as more and more units are being consumed, the marginal utility graph is downward sloping. It's declining because of the law of diminishing marginal utility. So the shape of total utility curve and the shape of the marginal utility curve both follow the law of diminishing marginal utility. And this is what you will write in the exam to score some, to just impress the examiner. And why did I say that? Why did I say that the shape of total utility also follows the law of diminishing marginal utility? Because when the marginal utility will diminish, the slope of total utility will fall, right? And when the slope of total utility falls, the marginal utility curve has to be downward sloping, because marginal utility is the slope of total utility. So that's one thing. And plus you can see that although total utility curve is going up, but as it is going up, so the curve is not steep as it goes up, right? It's the increase in total utility is not at an increasing rate. The increase in total utility is at a decreasing rate. So the curve is kind of flatter, right? The slope. So as it is increasing, and since it is increasing at a decreasing rate, so the increase in the total utility diagram is not steep. It's not that it is basically increasing like this. If it would have increased like this, it would have meant that the total utility is increasing at an increasing rate. But that's not the case. This total utility diagram is never going to take the shape of take the shape from the concept of diminishing marginal utility, right? So definitely then total utility curve has to be like this, which is showing that, you know, as the total utility is kind of increasing, then the increase of this utility curve is basically representing, the slope is representing at a decreasing, you know, rate. And then this corresponds with the shape of the marginal utility curve as well, because it's kind of, you know, downward sloping. So that's one thing. The second most important takeaway lesson from this graph is that you can see that at the sixth unit, the marginal utility, at the sixth unit, the total utility is the maximum, because the sixth unit of chocolate gives a total utility of 15. But hold on, so does the fifth as well. Yeah, so we know that the fifth and the sixth unit basically give the same utility, which means that the marginal utility is 0. And guys, the sixth unit of chocolate gives a marginal utility of 0, which is corresponding with the marginal utility curve, because the sixth unit, the marginal utility is basically intersecting the horizontal axis, which tells us that the marginal utility is 0 by the consumption or from the consumption of the sixth unit of chocolate. And then we can see that the seventh unit is giving us a negative utility. The seventh unit is giving us a negative marginal utility, which means that the total utility is basically falling. So the total utility is falling. So guys, the seventh unit, okay, I don't know, something is wrong with this marker. So the seventh unit is basically giving us a total utility of 14. So the total utility has declined from 15 to 14 on the consumption of the seventh unit, which means that the seventh unit is basically giving us a negative marginal utility, right? A negative marginal utility of -1. So we can see that the seventh unit is giving us a negative marginal utility of, guys, -1. So this is it. We can see that the total utility is downward, is basically decreasing when we increase the consumption from 6 to 7, and then this is corresponding with the negative marginal utility as shown in the below diagram. And like I said, that the slope of the total utility is the marginal utility. And if you want to calculate the slope between these 2 points, let's calculate the slope between point A and point B. So point A is telling us the consumption of the 6th unit, point B is telling us the consumption of the 7th unit. Okay, hold on. So let me put it this way. Point A is telling us the total consumption or the total utility from the consumption of 6 units in total, and point B is telling us the total consumption / total utility, consumption in terms of utility, by the way. The consumption in terms of utility from the consumption of 7 units, and that is how much? That is, guys, 14. So 6 units total utility is 15, 7 units total utility is 14. Now if I want to calculate the slope between point A and point B, so the slope between these 2 points would be what? Would be change in y over change in x. So what is the change in y? The change in y is -1, because this is what change in y is, right? This region is telling us a change in y, and this is change in x, right? So the change in x is +1, the change in y is -1. So -1 over +1, it gives us a slope of -1. So the slope between point A and point B is -1. And we can see that you know, the marginal utility at 7 units, or the marginal utility by consuming the 7th unit. The 7th unit means an additional unit, gives us a marginal utility of -1. So these concepts, guys, good, simple. I hope you understood this. So just to recap, diminishing marginal utility keeps on falling, total utility increasing at a decreasing rate. The graph starts from the origin, goes up, you know, gets flatter because that flat region represents that there's same utility between these 2 points. Then it goes down, representing a disutility. The utility where there is the marginal utility is 0 at the consumption of the 6th unit, which has to correspond with this point, because so the marginal utility curve, the point, so you can also say that the point where the marginal utility curve will intersect the horizontal axis would be the point where the total utility will actually be the maximum, right? So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next video. That will be video 3 from the utility playlist. Till then, keep learning. Take care.